Dear angry Muslims, I heard you got triggered by my last video. I was condemning Islamists and venerating the Jewish lineage. So either you are a supporter of Islamic extremism or you hate Jews. Which is it? But I'm glad you're here because I've got a bone to pick with you. What would it take for you to take a look at yourselves in the mirror and see that you are your own worst enemies? It was Muslims who killed 750,000 Muslims in Syria. It was Muslims who killed 150,000 Muslims in Yemen. It is Muslims who blow themselves up across 70 countries by the tens of thousands in the name of Allah. I'm not even going to mention the hundreds of thousands of Christians that get killed by Muslims to give you a little break. But most of the wars happening in the world right now are in Muslim-majority countries as we speak. So if you don't wake up from your victimhood mindset blaming everyone else and admit that something has gone deeply wrong with the 250 million extremists within your ideology, you're going to self-implode. So you can sit there and pretend that Israel is the bad guy or that Westerners are oppressing and killing you when you have no one to blame but yourselves. Out of your 50 countries, tell me, which one of those are where women are treated as equals by law? Or girls are not married off too young or beaten to death if they disobeyed? Or ethnic minority slaves aren't treated with apps and gay people are not persecuted like animals? Tell me, which of your 50 countries is better than the West or even Israel in terms of human rights? Go ahead, I'll wait.
A few moments later.
And while I'm waiting, go ahead and tell me why you moved to Western countries in the first place, instead of living in the paradise of your precious religion. Take a look at my face. This is a face that isn't falling for your bullshit. I was once Muslim, and I know what it's like to be in your head. I say what I say because I've been just as brainwashed as you to believe that Islam is the greatest and one true religion when that is a fucking lie. Look at the atrocities that are committed in your name. What kind of a religion is where killing and lying are a virtue? I can count on two hands the number of Muslims who have the decency to call extremist Islam and terrorism out, and those people are ostracized and their lives are threatened. So much for the religion of peace. True Islam has already died a long time ago. And what you're seeing now is an inversion in the manifestation of a death cult mind virus that I trace from 4 lineages of Ishmael and the Arabian tribes, namely Yemeni, Adani, Qahtani, and Quraysh. But despite all of that, I don't have a problem with Islam as a spiritual path, but I do have the right to speak out about how it has turned into a dangerous religious political ideology, just like I would about North Korea or any other communist authoritarian regime, when many of you are silent about it, which makes you complicit.